Welcome to Down the Forest Path video blog. This is the third installment in our Ritual Tools series, and I hope that you enjoy it. Today we're going to be discussing the Druid staff. So, we all have an image of the Druid, don't we? All those wonderful bearded old men carrying staffs of power around like Gandalf or Saruman. Well, they might not technically be Druids, but they certainly do look the part, don't they? All joking aside, the Druid staff is an important part of the Druid ritual tools, as well as being very practical when out hiking in the countryside. In Welsh mythology, the god-magician Gwydion carries a staff that's made of ash. Ash is a tree that's associated with the Axis Mundi, the world tree, spanning the worlds and being central to all life. In Irish mythology, it was the sacred bile, a sacred tree or pole that was honoured in ritual for much the same reason. Another representation of a connecting thread between the worlds, the staff has both magical and functional uses. Trees were and are still very important to the Druid tradition. In classical texts, it's noted that the Druids worshipped in sacred places, sacred groves called nematons. Surrounded by this grove, the Druid, she was able to do her work, calling upon the powers of nature, the ancestors and the gods. Today we can see the symbolism of this sacred grove represented in the Druid staff itself. It's a portable grove, if you will. It represents all the worlds and this world and the connecting thread between them all. The Druid staff today may or may not be of ash. It's purely your choice as to what kind of wood you would like to have your staff be made from. The type of wood may depend greatly upon your home environment, what's readily available, what you choose to make your own staff with. There are gloriously carved staffs available from pagan shops, or you can just make your own at home. What kind of wood you choose is important, and care should be taken when choosing the wood for your staff. You might want to research the myths and legends surrounding the wood of your choice in Celtic lore and mythology. Find out as well what the tree is like in its natural environment. What climate does it prefer? Is it a fruiting tree? How deep do its roots grow? Does it live near the sea? Is it coniferous or deciduous? When making your own staff, ensure that the wood is good and strong. Carve it if you like. You can smooth the wood or you can leave the bark on. The size of your staff, again, is up to you. It can be as tall or as short as you wish, as thick or as sturdy as you please. Bear in mind its portability, if you wish to carry it around, and also whether you wish to be kicked off any public transport or not, because carrying a staff can be considered as carrying a weapon. You may use it only for ritual purposes, but if you do wish to travel with it, these considerations will have to be kept and bear in mind. In places like Glastonbury in England, it's not terribly unusual to see a robed druid walking down the streets carrying a massive staff. But if I did that here in Ipswich, Suffolk, I might be ridiculed at the best and have a little chat with the police at the very worst. In all honesty, we have to admit that historically staffs were used not only for ritual purposes but also very much as weapons. So think of pilgrims walking many hundreds of miles. The staff was not only used as support but also as self-defense when traveling. So, as I stated previously, my staff doubles as a walking stick, so I'm able to carry it wherever I go pretty inconspicuously. It was made for me by a lovely park ranger who found a good, strong, yet slender piece of hazelwood. The bark, which is smooth, has been left on, and it's just the perfect height for me for a walking stick, sitting just above my elbow. It's lightweight and it's easy to use, both in ritual and for hiking and walking out in the countryside. The hazel's connotation to the salmon of wisdom in Celtic lore inspires me in its ritual use. In ritual, as I said, the staff can represent the sacred grove, a sanctuary and sacred space where transformation can occur. Simply by having your staff in the ritual space, you can call upon its connection to the sacred grove wherever you are. It can be used to cast the circle. It can be used to invoke the deities. It can be used to honor the three worlds. The staff can also be used to direct energy or to contain it. You can put personal power into the staff depending upon the wood used. It can also store up energy that has been used in ritual for use in the future. The staff is very much a symbol of protection as well as a symbol of magic, against protection against the things of this world and also not of this world. If you've enjoyed this video, please subscribe to this blog, Down the Forest Path. And if you would like to see more videos, please consider donating to my Patreon page. You can find it under my name, Joanna van der Hoeven, and the site is patreon.com. Thank you, and I hope that you will join me again.